Oh. Nice. Alright. We're good? I think we're good. Okay. There it is. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi. Hello, happy Wednesday. Yeah. Nice. Okay, setup is complete. We're done. Setup is complete. Yeah. 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 Okay. Oh, actually, I have to that. Hey, Midge. Now this time Kirby's playing cat. Kirby wanted to hide, like a cat. He wanted to be a kitty. So I said, fine. Fine, you could be a kitty, Kirby. Let's see. There you go. Yeah. Thank you. Happy to see you. Yeah. I'm having a really great day. Eleazar, Hobbitus is here. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah. Subscribe to your membership. Thank you so much for being here. Hi. Thank you. Hello everyone. Hi, like, subscribe, your membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. All right, English, please. Thank you. a question from chat. How often do you use the middle pedal? You know what this question implies something. If you could guess what this implies, then I'll answer your question. Hi, the person who, I guess there's two Evans. There's the mermaid Evan, and then there's Evan. Yeah. If you asked how often do you use middle pedal? If you could, if you could guess what that implies, then I'll answer your question. From Greece, hi. It implies that I don't play on grand piano. Oh, really? But you know the difference between grand piano middle pedal and upright middle pedal, right? So the middle pedal on the upright, it's kind of like una corda, but like a permanent una corda type of thing, because you could push it down and then swipe it, and then it'll like stay, and the una corda will stay. But on the grand piano, it's called sostenuto pedal, right? So there's the una corda soft pedal, sostenuto pedal, and then there's the damper pedal, right? The one that is used the most. The middle pedal is not exclusively, but most oftenly used for modern pieces. Yeah. So if you mean, because there's actually pedal markings for the sostenuto for certain pieces, contemporary pieces. If I thought you knew the implications, so I thought you were asking me if I play a lot of the contemporary pieces that require the sostenuto pedal, which I mean, most of the pieces that I've played, or part of the what you call standard rep, concert rep, and they don't require sostenuto pedal. The ones that are, kind of like when you get nearer to like the era of like the prepared piano and things like that, that's when you start. That's when the music requires sostenuto pedal. Obviously, there are other pieces that you could put the sostenuto pedal, and I have used it, but it's just most of it is done in the standard rep. Most of it is done by finger. Using the sostenuto pedal in a standard rep means that your technique is not good. Much of the contemporary like that influence, the more newer pieces, by that time piano virtuoso has become a thing, like another thing, which meant that pedal wise you'd be actually doing that with a damper pedal and with holding the note physically, as opposed to using the sostenuto pedal as a clutch. So that's just a little bit of info. Yeah, it's used. Some people even view una corda. Some, because I study with the world's best. The world's best legendary, historical legends, sometimes or oftentimes would say don't use the soft pedal, but just play as soft as you can.
because the effect is different. Same thing with the sostenuto pedal. Using the sostenuto pedal wasn't like a sign of ooh advanced. It was the opposite in most cases, and the only times that you are required is when you're playing pieces by composers that wanted you to play the sostenuto pedal. Anyway, that's just a tidbit. But yeah, most of the time, even damper pedal, with certain periods, relying on pedal, it meant like a weakness for the pianist, for in most cases. But that's specifically why pedal technique is going to be the most advanced technique. The way somebody uses a pedal is going to be a telltale sign whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, or beyond professional. Like when you're at a legendary status, the way I use pedal is not like someone in the advanced category or even some professionals. I don't use the pedal same way that others might, because I got my pedal technique from the world's best, the legendaries. So yeah, when you mention pedal, it implies something, because pedal implies pedaling technique, and pedal implies certain things. Just letting you know, FYI. Yeah, if you're in my channel, you should know. Anyway, intellectual property of Dr. Hye-Su Kim, and like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you. Okay, thanks for explaining. Of course. Yeah, because kind of like the piano keys. Like everybody thinks, oh, you push into the keys, right? And then you push down the pedal. It seems like a very like button. It's like you push down. That's what it seems like. That's what the piano seems like. But if you look at the inside of the piano and the mechanism of the piano, you'll notice that it's not down. The reason why you open the big lid, on a concert D, you open the lid, right? Look, while you think you're doing down with your hands, with all of this, the piano lid goes up in concert settings. The damper, when you press down the damper pedal, things go up, right? And then guess what? The hammer goes up. Everything does the reverse, the opposite, right? And so what I mean by the difference between pianists and even pianists that play a lot of concerts, the difference between pianists and concert pianists is that concert pianists are taught from the beginning, in most cases. I've been trained as a concert pianist from day one. And we are quite aware of the up, and up that goes on beyond this point. We're very aware of the up. Sound goes up, hammer goes up, things go up. We're very aware of it. So we understand the piano mechanism and the physics of sound and the theory and the history, and everything is very integrated as one motion. So that's actually the difference between concert pianists and pianists. Like, subscribe, join membership. Hi, welcome. Hey, Gigi, hey. Thank you. Oh, from Norway, Greek. Oh, sure.
Yes. I don't do requests today, but it's tomorrow. But
Another day in the world of CHKPiano. Yes, thank you. So when I was growing up, and I'm a concert pianist, and there's a ton of pianists around me, right? Who think, just because they're playing in concerts, that they're also concert pianists. But from my training and from the way I play and from the difference between me and a regular pianist, I know that we're vastly different. But from their perspective, because their ear hasn't been open, their mind hasn't been open to the possibilities of, being trained as a concert pianist, they couldn't tell the difference. So then, and for me, every time I went to like a competition or something like that, it was like, or I would go to, I would be shocked at like, how come they don't know that, because I was a kid, and 5 years after I started playing piano, I started performing at a university, not just any university, but the university that Heifetz, Jascha Heifetz, violin legend, Jascha Heifetz taught at USC. Jascha Heifetz, he's like, it's like if you're a violinist, then you have to know Jascha Heifetz. He's kind of like the Vladimir Horowitz of like violin or something. But yeah, Heifetz taught at USC. USC is a historically top school. So 5 years after I started playing piano, I'd be taking my lessons at the university, part of the pre-college program, and I would perform there. At they changed the name from Hancock to Newman. But I would be performing at their main venue. That was 5 years after I started playing piano. But it would then I would see maybe like some other Colburn students and things like that at that time, and I'd be thinking, why are they doing that? Why are they playing like that? It's like, can't they hear what they're doing? Like, can't they hear? They're so preoccupied with what's going on here that they're not really paying attention about the sound not traveling. They're not, the sound is getting stuck like right here, right? So that's actually another characteristic difference between a concert pianist and a regular pianist. A regular pianist could play a lot of concerts. I'm not saying they don't play concerts, but pianists who play a lot of concerts they're not concert pianists, because concert pianist is an actual breed. It's a different breed altogether. And so what concert pianists do is we work the piano so that the sound travels in any direction that we will it. If we want this note to travel, then we will it happen. We will it to happen. So that's why my live performances are always mind-blowing, life-changing, ear-opening. It's a one-of-a-kind experience, and it's unforgettable. People never forget. When they hear me play, they never forget it. So that's why that's a difference between concert pianist and a regular pianist. Regular pianist is concerned about what they're doing, mostly, here, and they don't care about the sound traveling, or how it travels, how the sound is traveling. They don't know about it, and they don't care about it. They're very busy on the piano going, I'm playing every note, I'm making it sound musical, and they divide the technical aspect from the musical aspect. So it's not, but then they don't know the difference, right? Because they're like, oh, I'm playing in concerts, I'm a concert pianist too. So they call themselves concert pianists, but they haven't had the concert pianist training. But there are plenty of pianists who call themselves concert pianists just because they play in a lot of concerts. And sometimes they play in a lot of concerts because of the networking and the political aspects, right? But in any case, they play a lot of concerts, so they call themselves concert pianists. But you could tell a real concert pianist apart from delusional concert pianists by the way the sound fills the entire area, because of the mechanism. We know that here, well, it's not down, but keys don't go down, pedal go down, but right beyond this point, sound goes up, hammer goes up, things go up, the felt, whatever, it goes up. Everything at the other side of this fall board goes up, 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 up. Soundboard goes up, So we're aware of the physics, and also the physics that govern the music theory. Physics is what governs music theory. And so knowing music theory means you understand the nature of music and why the composers did what they did. So we don't separate music theory from music. Correct music theory is what makes the music powerful, emotional. And same thing, we don't separate the technique from the music. We don't separate anything. Everything is integrated as one. But we control every single aspect of it. That's a concert pianist. But a non-concert pianist, they separate this aspect, that aspect. It's very compartmentalized. Music theory. So that's why they don't study music theory. They don't study music history enough. They don't study music theory. So there are people who call themselves concert pianists who have no knowledge of music theory or compositional techniques or historical background, or they know a little bit, but it's mostly like feeling and theatrical, dramatics, and they don't understand how to make sounds from the keyboard, from here. They don't understand how to integrate or control sound. So that's why they separate technical from musical. Then but they call themselves concert pianists, but they're not. They're like pianists who play concerts or something like that. Anyway, like, subscribe to your membership. So a concert pianist, because And the thing is, a concert pianist at my level don't live stream. I could safely say I'm the first of my kind, and probably the only one of my kind live streaming. So it's a very rare occasion. And what I do and what I say in this channel is one of a kind. FYI. Anyway, like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Very nice. Yeah, thank you. Yes, it's the complete control and manipulation of sound at will. Absolutely, yes, Eleazar. Yes, exactly. Come back tomorrow, yeah? Tomorrow is request day, everybody. For those of you who want me to play something, come back tomorrow. But for those of you who are here and just like the piano and want to learn something new that you've never seen before or heard before, then you're at the right place too. So stay. Yes, I think the difference is quite evident. Oh, thank you so much, Gigi. Yes. How does one start to think about projecting sound like a true pianist? Oh, that's a very good question. Gavin. Are you Gavin or Gavin, or do I just call you Gavin? Okay, well, that's a really good question. Gavin asked, how does one start to think about projecting sound? Just Gavin. Ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. All right, just Gavin. Just Gavin asked, how does one start to think about projecting sound like a true pianist? Several things, right? So there's the physical aspect, but the physical aspect involves more than one body part, right? It's a whole entire body thing. So there's the physical aspect of actually making the music and controlling it. And then there's the understanding of the acoustic of the piano and how sound travels. So for example, if you understand, so I took electronic music too from multi-Billboard #1 producer. He taught at USC. I was just trying to make some patches. So there are sine waves, but there's the sound cycles, right? Like the lower pitches, they complete their cycle slower. And then the top pitches, the higher pitches, they complete their cycle faster, right? So then while this is doing, this is ding, and it's done. And the thing is, for a pianist, sometimes, or depending on what your level is, most of the time you'll be playing melodic stuff around this range, right? Melodic stuff around this range, and then accompaniment part this range. So the real challenge starts from maybe around intermediate level, where you're like, okay, well, I have to bring this out and it has to be sustained. But then we have the bass going, whoa, 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 whoa. It hasn't completed the cycle yet, right? So there's the physics, the actual physics part of the science of the nature of sound waves. People think, oh, you just press the piano, and it's the easiest instrument. Yes, it is the easiest instrument to start. But to be absolutely legendary, that is it. The possibilities are infinite, and so it's the hardest one to master. This is literally the hardest instrument. The easiest instrument to start, you could argue against me on this, is it easy? I think it's easier than a recorder, those do, honestly, like, this is easier than that. This is so much this is the easiest instrument to start. But the hardest one, absolutely the hardest one to master. Because the possibilities are endless, and to be a master of something, you have to be absolutely in control of everything. Everything. Imagine you could play 4 notes and 4 notes here. That's 8 notes. But you have to be absolutely in control of the 8 notes that simultaneously go down. Just even that. Just even one act of playing a chord. 4-note chord, 4-note chord. Even that is science. So, well, I want you to think about the nature of the sound waves. That's actually the start of, approaching it scientifically. That's the basics of concert pianism, if that's such a word. Anyway, good question, Just Gavin, and welcome. Like, subscribe, join membership, everyone. Bye. Oh, not bye. Stay. She is basically aware of everything. Haha. Yes. And that's why, it's rare. I'm very rare, and so like the physical resonance of the different strings and how that interacts, the resonance, that is the start. Yes. The way things vibrate. Yes. And the rate in which things vibrate. You have to calculate that. That's what a concert pianist does. We calculate the difference between this register and that register. We calculate it all. Everything's in calculation. That's just a tip of the iceberg. That's just a starting point. That's what separates pianists and concert pianists. Concert pianists are made entirely differently. And there are very few of us that are real concert pianists. A lot of people call themselves concert pianists, but they're not concert pianists. Okay, let's see. You should be a music producer. Oh, I wouldn't mind. Would you consider most of them to be knowledgeable with synthesizers as concert pianists? No, because acoustics, if you talk about acoustics, right? So synthesizers are synthesized. They're synthetic, right? They're not organic, right? Synthesizers are most of the time, actually, you know what? I take that back. Well, but it's still, so I know somebody who worked for Hans Zimmer, and he had his keyboard. So he had these people, like actual orchestra people and actual, sound people, play pitches and record them onto a synthesizer or like whatever, so that he could. So apparently, I think he has maybe the biggest synthesizer or like the best synthesizer in the world. It might be. Anyway, but like it's like a whole project, right? Just recording the pitches so that it triggers like real recordings of the instruments, right? So then, but then it's still a recording. It's still synthesized, right? It's still, it's not acoustic, right? Acoustic, organic things and synthesized things operate differently. And you know what's harder is the acoustic. It's the acoustic. Electronic is easier. Why? Because when something is synthesized, the outcome is predictable. When something is not synthesized and organic and acoustic, then it's not as predictable. And for a concert pianist, we are trained to predict everything ahead of time. So not only we calculate, but we predict the sound that is about to happen. So it's a complete science. It's a very scientific approach. And, back in the days, music was under the branch of science, which rightfully so, because art and music at its finest, like classical music, acoustic classical music, acoustic classical piano, at its finest, it is rocket science. You might not think, oh, this is not rocket science, it's just music, right? No, but you're talking about regular pianists who are very preoccupied with fingers, fingerings, finger speed, musical, like those kind of things. No, concert pianists, we deal with the unpredictable and predicted. We deal with the variables of the unpredictability and we predict it. That's the art of concert pianist. That is actually one of the main characteristic of a concert pianist, is that in spite of the unpredictability of the acoustic, of the natural acoustics, even under those circumstances, we still control it by predicting it and willing it to happen. So synthesizers are very controlled environment, very predictable. You could predict it's very predictable. What's not predictable is the acoustic, non-electronic instruments. Non-electronic instrument set in natural setting. That is, because that's a lot of variables. Even the people, like in the winter and in the summer, even people wearing clothes and how many people are seated in the audience, that affects the sound. And we are supposed to calculate that sound as well. So we calculate all the variables and we predict it. Even though it is not predictable, we still predict it and we will it to happen. That's what concert pianists do. And that's how concert pianists are made. I hope that helps explain the difference between a concert pianist and a regular pianist. I'm one of the rarest of the rarest because I'm not just a concert pianist. I'm a concert pianist that knows all the secrets of the greats, of the great legends. I know the secrets of the great legends. I am a concert pianist that knows the secrets, the passed down to generation. I am probably the last of my kind. So I am a very rare being, just technically speaking. So when a pianist who's not been trained as a concert pianist try to tell me what to do or talk to me about stuff, I'm always like, yeah. Because like what they talk about is so basic. It's like so basic, but their awareness, perception level, the awareness level is so low that they are trapped. And they'll say something like, oh, your resume is very impressive. Oh, you learned from Horowitz's student, Rubinstein's student, the legends, the great legends, right? The Walter King student, Schnabel's student, Arthur Rubinstein's student, Vladimir Horowitz's student. Yeah, you learn from all these people. You learn from Neuhaus's rival's student. Like the rival studio of Sverasov Richter. I took lessons with a Russian pianist, fabulous, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, that's impressive, but let me give you an advice." And I'm like, "Really? you don't know what I do. You don't know what I know, but you want to give me advice, right? As a regular pianist or a regular piano enthusiast, like, see, that's what's happening, like, especially on YouTube, right? But, well, that's because I'm first of my kind. There's people would be surprised. People who actually know what's going on here would be very surprised at, like, wow, like, she is the best, but why is she doing this? I'm here. I'm here to let you all know, hey, this is the world. This is a separate world. It's a separate world with a separate system. It's almost like an army hierarchy type of thing. Anyway, yeah. So whatever advice or whatever, people think like, oh, I'm a professional pianist and I'm a professional concert pianist. They could, they and then they give out like piano advice, and they do all this stuff on YouTube and things like that. It's great for the audience that it applies to, and I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're sharing their knowledge with the vast majority. But you have to understand that the vast majority is not gonna know what I know, and even the pianists, they're not gonna know what I know. So then, I'm a very rare person, which means it's very rare for people to even recognize the rarity in me. But that's just it's just I mean, you have to be very invested in order to know the difference. But actually, I take that back, because I did some performances recently, and there were some people who knew right away that I was something different. So the difference is very, very clear. But in any case, yeah. So most people concentrate on this mechanism of going down, 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 but they don't care about the sound going up, the hammer going up, and the felt going up, the soundboard going up, everything else opposite of this fall board. This whole entire thing goes up. Yeah. So you have to keep in mind these calculations. And synthetic things are very easy to predict. Acoustic things are not, because there's a lot of variables that could go into the natural acoustics. So yes, classical acoustic piano is the hardest, absolutely hardest to master. Anyway, just Kevin, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Calculate. Wow, yes. Hey, Spider-Man Sanchez. Dr. Octopus. Rob Tree. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Sanchez. Hug. Well, it's okay. You try to save us? Thank you. Fascinating. I bought my first piano as an adult a few weeks ago. Been having the time of my life learning. Thanks for answering. Yes. Well, keep practicing, and I hope you enjoy the. Yes, I hope you enjoy the journey, and give us updates. What are you playing, and what do you like? What's your favorite composer, and things like that. Piano enthusiast. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yes, Midge Unicorn. Thank you. Yes. That's what makes acoustic so much more beautiful too. Absolutely, yes, because the amount of overtones that a single note produces, right? Yeah. That's why with acoustic organic, you have to be more aware of everything, because it's not predictable. Absolutely, yes. It's hard to predict, but the job of a concert pianist is to predict even that. Hi, beautiful. Your voice is really melodious. Thank you. Have an amazing time with the piano. Take good care of it. And talk nice. Very nice. Thank you, Alazar. Yeah. What's your favorite acoustic? Hall, chamber, room, or etc.? Reverb or no reverb? Are you you're talking more about like Pro Tools and Logic Pro and those kind of settings, huh? You're still thinking in synthesizer mode. Yeah, well, you left out amphitheater, outdoor amphitheater. One time I went to, so I think it was Barrie, Ontario. He was very weird. There was a sound engineer that invited me to his home and for a recording, and I don't think I even contacted him back for the recording, because I did a recording session with him, but I don't think I wanted any of it, even though I played beautifully and I would have liked it, but just because oh, you're amazing, Christine. I admire you so much. Thank you. Cool dress, Christine. Thank you. That's when you're a real unique genius in any field. The recognition or others' opinion doesn't really matter at all. Yes, I really don't mind the lack thereof or the abundance thereof. It doesn't affect who I am or what I do. So he took me. So on the first day, so it was supposed to be an overnight thing. So he said, because he's a retired businessman or something like that, and he took me to his home. His wife, kids were there. But the first thing that he did was he took me to this woods. Like, we went on the hike in the woods in Canada somewhere. It was like wilderness, and then he started clapping. And then so he started, because he's an enthusiast. He's not a professional engineer, sound engineer, or recording engineer, but he was learning about acoustics and how sound bounces off each texture. So sound bounces off shapes too. So if you have like a cylinder shape, right, then the sound it bounces this way and it hits another cylinder shape, and then the cylinder shape goes like this. So like if you're in the woods and you're in the middle of the woods and you have tree trunks like this, right, then if you clap and you try to listen to the clap travel, then it'll travel differently, as opposed to like if you're in a square room with nothing there. So, and he was trying to get me to hear all these differences in the woods, and actually things got really creepy with this guy, like to a point where, so I've had like really weird encounters just because I've met so many people, and he how do I say this? He wanted to show off a thing that you shouldn't show off, I guess. Anyway, so it got really, really uncomfortable. So I left early and I didn't even ask for I think maybe I paid him. I didn't even ask for my recording. But yeah, it was. And then when I told my piano professor, he was kind of shocked, because he said someone else had gone to him and they never mentioned anything like that. So I guess it was just me. I brought out the creep in him. But yeah, it was nothing short of creepy. Everything in that 48 hours, I felt like I was in a nightmare. I thought maybe that I might be buried in the woods. So I was holding on to my stuff and just ready to run at any given point. But thankfully it didn't happen. But because, like you meet somebody for the first time, they take you to the woods. But you're supposed to be a pianist playing piano and recording. But the first thing he does is drive you to the woods. It almost seemed like a national forest type of place. I've been to Sequoia Forest, and literally it was a forest of that scale. It was like forest. it was like mountains and trees. Like, I've been to the Schwarzwald, Black Forest, the very famous Black Forest in Europe, and yeah, it looked like that. It's just trees. I've been to Aspen too, and like the Aspen Forest, and it was just trees. And he looked at me and he said, "Clap," and I was like, "Uh-huh, yes, sir, I clap." Anyway, I have really funny stories, but yeah. So There's no signal. My cell phone's not catching any signal. There's no signal in there. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, clap. And then he goes like this and he goes, listen. And so I was like, yeah, clap again. And he goes, listen. And I go, okay, listen. It was an experience. But thankfully, what I gathered from that cruel and unusual welcoming is that it further confirmed the training that I've been getting of the sound traveling in different ways. And so like cylinder, when it hits like a lot of cylinders, it travels differently. Sound properties. Yeah. Anyway, yes, it's very unpredictable. Acoustic, natural acoustics. It's very unpredictable, but it's the concert pianist's job to predict it and will it to happen. Anyway, like, subscribe, your membership. Thank you. Haha, now I want to know what he wanted to show off. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's literally by the grace of God that I'm here today. The story was kind of no, he wasn't rude. I don't want to say. When you're a real unique genius in any field, the recognition of others' opinion doesn't really matter at all. Yes, it's true. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so that's, I have so many funny stories. Oh, yes. Delay and echo. Glad you're safe, though. Creepy weird. I would have wrote the paper and guessed straight away. Yes. Oh Lord, that looks like a story that could have gone wrong anytime. I could imagine the psychological roller coaster happening. So anyways, yeah, Flash. Let's move on to some more piano. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go. Ready? Oh yeah, me too. Okay. I'm gonna practice La Campanella a little bit. Thank you.
hobbitses. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Hasta pronto, amigo. Good night. You're mixing Spanish and German. Dankeschön. Muchas gracias. Like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're good. Our signal's good. Sí, señorita. San Jorida. Just Gavin? Hey, you shouldn't look down on your fingers like that. Your fingers are wonderful. It's starting to play. You have to encourage it. You know, the best thing to do, especially when you're a beginner, is to just encourage and celebrate your little victories. You have to. You have to compliment them. I know you're joking, but seriously, I'm being serious. Compliment them. Say, "Good job, little guys. Good job," like that. Okay. You have to be proud of them. Come on. Hello, everyone. Hi, like, subscribe, share membership. Thank you. That is great advice. My fingers are trying their very best. Absolutely, yes. And if you're trying your very best and your fingers are trying their very best, come on, compliment them. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hey, Limonade, you're back. What happened to you being a little mermaid yesterday? Oh, yes. I was only mermaid yesterday. But then we have a full-time mermaid, Evelyn. So I only joined her one day. But I'll bring it back some other time. Eleazar, nothing goes past you. Alright, well, okay. What do you suggest we do? Rock 2? Rock 2 practice? Let's go. Rock 2 practice. I kind of sad with this kind of setup because right now this is just a small thing that's attached to my cell phone. my live streaming setup is very, very so I'm a professional, but then my setting is very amateur. Not tuned piano, broken piano, and like this little thing that connects to my phone. So you're really not experiencing the true yeah. But I'm still glad you're here, and I'm so glad to be spending time with all of you
all over the world. So makes me happy. I'm the Eye of Sauron here. Oh no! What happened, Eleazar? How come you turned dark? What happened? Mixolydian.
Oh, so funny. Oh, so funny. I see everything. My legs are gone dark. Oh. That's funny. Oh! You're like the modern day Bach. You're about as good as it. Wow. Your kitchen's with you. Thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. Yummies, yay. Okay, you come back after yummies, yeah. Yeah. Cool. She's Christina, Pajolina, Lina, Arnold. Bacolina. I see. Bacolina. Laser, you're having too much fun? Laser, are you having too much fun? Should I put some should I play your favorite song? Do and then Ray and then me. Laser's having too much fun. Cool.
Hey Nicole, hi. Yeah. I'm back from eating yummy. Oh my gosh, you're back from eating yummy so soon? Yeah. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh, what's this? I don't understand. The bassoons are coming. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. The orchestra's here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh! Let's pray for Christine's recording of this with orchestra one day. That would definitely be on repeat. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I ate pastas because we're Italian. We only eat Italian food. Oh, yummy. I love pastas. Oh, I love Italian food. Very yummy. Very yummy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your pasta story. Oh, that's a lot of yummies. Very yummy. Oh. Alright, well, Rocky 2, here we continue. Hello everyone. Hi, like, subscribe. And the chat for Christine. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Christine is the goat. Bah. Oh, nice, nice. Great, great. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, 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 hello. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Like, subscribe to our membership. Thank you so much. Let's go. So soothing to hear you play. Truly gifted. Thank you. What's the fingering for that? Musical genius herself, Professor Christy, aka Master Crazy Fingers everyone. Thank you, I don't know, 808. Hope your gaming is going well. Ooh, I still got it. Yeah. God gave you a very special gift, Christine. Yay. Thank you.
a note.
Someone asked me yesterday, like, how does it, can you make a curriculum on how to become a concert pianist? Well, one of them is, regardless of where you're playing, what you're playing, don't cater per se to the current piano and the current acoustic. Always only create a habit for the concert 9-foot and a concert hall. Always think of, don't get in the habit of dimming down or dumbing down for your current piano and your current room, because it's the little habits that add up, and it shows up on the stage. So you never want to, and besides, the technique that you would use on a 9-foot in a concert hall, in a concert venue, those techniques, the way you're gonna do that actually sounds a lot better on any other piano and in any other rooms as well, other than the 9-foot grand, or the 9-foot concert grand and the concert hall. So it sounds better anyway, even normally. But just FYI, even if you're playing on a keyboard, electronic keyboard, I still say the same thing. It doesn't matter what you're playing on. If you want to be a concert pianist, or if you're interested in concertizing, then it doesn't matter if you're on an electronic keyboard. You're always going to be practicing not for just that moment, just that instrument, just that room, your current situation. You're not going to be adapting to your current situation. That's one advice that I really wanted to share. Always keep yourself adapted to the 9-foot grand, the concert grand, and so 9 feet concert grand and concert hall. Always keep yourself adapted to that, and don't dial it back. Don't tune it back. So yes, I'm not playing out. I'm not like banging out, but I'm still using the same technique that I would use. I'm just dialing it down a notch. So, obviously, like if I wanted to play loud, which I never do here, because my piano doesn't sound good right now, and so I don't want to bang out like loud noises. But like for example, if I were to play for like a concert hall on a 9-foot grand, just as an example, just for a minute, I'll show you what I do with a full orchestra. So with a full orchestra, I sit back even more. I'm a little too close for concert. So then but even then I'm dialing it down. Like I can't help it but to dial it down. But the technique, I still going through the motions, just dialing it down slightly. But so those habits, they're very precious habits. So don't just tone it down a little if you don't want to go all out, and you want to conserve your energy, and you want to kind of save your piano from becoming worse. Then you could and you're not in front of a live audience, right? So then you could do like just a small scale, but the procedure and the movements and everything is going to be still what you would do on the concert ground, so that it becomes very habitual and second nature, and it becomes automatic to you. If you get good habits, don't change it, is what I'm trying to say. But then one might ask me, what are the concert pianist movements, right? Well, that's for another time. But whatever good, things that work for you, whatever works for you, just keep it, So just anyway, yeah. Please, English, please. Thank you. English, please. Thank you. Is that classical music? Is there anything like mainstream? Me? I like. I like. Let's see. Yeah. I like. I particularly like jazz, and not the. I like the. I guess big band jazz, although that's kind of controversial in a way. Like Glenn Miller, right? The controversy with Glenn Miller. But yeah, yeah. So, but I do like that kind of sound. I like the jazz. I like Disneyland sounds actually. Most of the time I like. That's why I think I like walking around Disneyland, because they actually have good music, and they recorded it, in the actual like recording studios, right? So yeah, I like classical music. And I like jazz, and I like I enjoy video game music, kind of. I enjoy just light listening. I like I sometimes enjoy light listening, like light pop, stuff like that, like things that I don't need to like pay attention to or be serious about. But then I usually like things like bossa nova, jazz, bossa nova, things that, well, classical music gets me, in a professional mode. It gets me thinking. So I like music that doesn't get me thinking too much. And yeah, usually I only listen to music when I'm at Disneyland. I think that's why I go there often, because otherwise I don't listen to anything. I don't listen to any music outside of Disneyland, usually. So, because one downside of being me is that, because music is a job for me, I get into the job mode, and then once I get into my job mode, then I get hypersensitive, I guess, and I don't like it. I don't like becoming hypersensitive. So sometimes, I'll just, if I'm in somebody else's car and that person turns music on, then I'm okay, because like I'm just a passenger, and it's just, oh, okay, cool. But then me personally, I don't choose to listen to music, just because, I've listened to plenty of music, and when you've been to the edge and back and you understand music like no one else, one of the very, very few handfuls in the entire world who know music the way I do. So I just get in this job mode, and I don't like it. So I only listen to music when I'm at Disneyland walking around, and I like it because then I could walk from one area to another area, and like I love just like sitting in front of the King Arthur's carousel, and like I love riding Casey Jr. and like, you know, the Fantasyland area. That's one of my favorite areas because it's all based on like pretty much older recordings where they used to do like quality studio sessions and things like that for like actual films. And then yeah, anyway, I like going from like walking from one area to another area and just enjoying. Sometimes when I go to like some Asian markets places and things like that, they put on like some light bop. I'm like, oh, cool, you know. Or like you know, if I if I watch like kitty videos and then they have these you know, royalty free cute sounds, it's like, oh, okay, cute, you know. But yeah, I try not to think too much about music because unlike it being a hobby, and you know, when you know something just kind of surface level or just a little bit, then it's like, oh, music, it's so great. But then when you know as much as I do, and when you know what music is capable of, and you've been to the most sophisticated, the edge, and you know like the ins and outs of the most complex music and the most beautiful music, and it's like, you know, I don't know if you'd understand, but that's one downside of being a musician of my caliber, is that you stop enjoying a lot of it. Kind of like, I guess, kind of like a professional chef. I don't know if they would like enjoy going to restaurants a lot, you know, like if you're like top world's best chef, you know, like you're like, you know, the most sought after, most exquisite, sophisticated chef, you know, your culinary artist, you know. I don't know if he or she would enjoy like going to fast food chains, or, you know, I don't know, you know. It's just a downside of, there's pros and cons. The downside of professionally doing something that everybody else thinks of it as an enjoyment and just light, there's a lot of downside to that, right? It's like and you know, it's like people don't understand either. So anyway, I like music. It's just I do it very selectively, and yeah, that's very involuntary. I guess I'm still young. I think I guess I'm still young enough to like not be able to turn my job off in my head. Maybe if I grow older, maybe, you know, maybe I'll be able to turn that on and off, you know, just not care about the quality of sound or what kind of music, you know, if it's just 145 541 145 541 145 6, you know, 1256, you know, on repeat, and I don't know, you know, 3-minute songs. Everybody's like, yeah, 3-minute songs. I don't know. I do like music though. I try to be pretty cool about just enjoying music for what it is. I try to put it away. Sometimes it's easier than other times, but I think I'm still, in that perspective, I think I'm still young. That's one thing I haven't mastered. I can't hear piano playing too much. I can't listen to orchestras too much either. I can't go to like classical music concerts too much, because I start thinking, and I don't like it. I don't like what I'm thinking when I'm listening to. There's this one person named Lauren Hollander that I went to, and I think it's one of the very rare times where I just sat there and I just let myself go. He played these, Lauren Hollander, he played these simple hymns, and they were so beautifully crafted that I cried. That was literally the only time I've ever cried in a piano concert, and that's it. Ever. And I still remember that feeling of just, I'm able to enjoy myself in a piano concert, you know? Like that feeling. I still remember that feeling. And that was just once in my entire life. So, being me has its cons. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I see. You were curious about my view on mainstream music. I'm okay with mainstream music because of its nature, because of how it's. I like the Wonders of Life loop from Epcot. Really, I would love to listen to it. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Lovely dress. Thank you so much. The answer is basically no. Actually, I do like it. I enjoy it. That's why I like Disneyland, because it's the only time I actually listen to music. Which is tonight. She is a genius pianist pianist for a reason, I guess. Yeah, thanks. Good afternoon, Dr. Christine Kim. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I like going to Disneyland because yeah, I could walk around and listen to music and not cringe as much. Yeah, I like anyway, I'll continue to practice this. Yeah, thank you so much. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Sanchez, you said hug Christine. I'm Christine's sister. Thank you. Yeah, hug. Yeah. Thank you. coming and thanks for sharing your yummies. And yeah, good luck on your test. Yeah, best of luck. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Best of luck. Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow's request day.
I was wondering what about your music theory level at the time of the orchestra, Mozart concerto, Sanson, or was it at that age? Oh, not much actually. At that age, I've only been playing piano for 1 year. 1 year, a little over 1 year. When I was playing with orchestras. Yeah. So I mean, there was a heavy emphasis. There's a heavy emphasis on me as a performer at that time. So to be honest, there was my teachers told me to get theory books. So then I did. I did have theory workbooks as homework. It's one of the big method books. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, but it's like yeah, I had like this huge binder with all the worksheets, and I bought them, and yeah. But you know, at that point, when I did the Sanson with the orchestra, and when I did the Mozart with the orchestra, when I performed, that was when I'd only been playing for like a year or two. So not much. Yeah. At that point. But how could you memorize the notes? Well, you know, music theory is, well, okay, so even though I didn't know the music theory, but my teachers taught me, you know, the important milestones in the piece, right? So then, well, with the memorizing, I've never had trouble with memorizing so much. I've actually, when I was like 2 or 3, I crawled like up a piano myself, and I used to play Fur-Elise by ear. Everybody in the neighborhood thought, oh, she's a genius. She has to be on TV. They wanted to put me on TV because, actually, when I was younger, I used to be quite a looker. People said I was pretty enough to be a celebrity. So yeah, so there was a lot of like neighborhood people like saying, oh my gosh, she could play anything by ear, and she memorizes everything like just by listening to it once. So that's actually where I started. I actually was not a good sight reader. My theory knowledge wasn't very good. All of which those things I've worked to bring up to, you know, a certain level. But yeah, my forte, my natural abilities, one of the natural things, even now, I could just listen to something and then write it down, like on a piece of paper. I could write down the notes. And I know there's like, you know, AI programs or whatever that could do it now. But as a human being, like writing down music just from listening is not like it's not a common skill or anything. Yeah. And I've never had training in it. So like even before I had training, I was able to just pick things up by listening and then play it. So yeah. So I played Free Release when I was like 3. I played Free Release before I could run. Like, but and I was a really pretty kid, so then people said I should be on TV. But my mom didn't want me to be a pianist because she said she knew. She said the path of the pianist is very difficult. She didn't want me to be. She wanted me to have a normal life and just be normal. But I was anything but normal. And I wanted what she wanted for me too. Actually, my dream when I was a kid growing up was to have braces and glasses. I mean, you would think that's like really, really weird to have braces and glasses, because like my teeth are so straight that like every dentist, orthodontist, like every place I go to, they're like, oh, your teeth are very straight. If everybody had teeth like you, we would be out of business. And then my ophthalmologist or whoever you get your eye exam and stuff like that, he's like, if everybody had eyesight like you, I mean, I destroy my eyesight. Like I watch movies in pitch dark and like for hours, and like I don't take care of my eyes at all. But like I still don't need glasses. So like I think because when I was a kid, I was so pretty. Like I didn't know I was pretty. I didn't think I was pretty. But I was like kind of famous even when I didn't play piano. I was just very famous for being pretty. I was like the prettiest out of like hundreds of students at school or something like that. Anyway, I wanted to have glasses and braces. That was like my wish. That was like my dream, which is really weird. And I used to dress like really bad. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed dressing very badly and having very odd haircuts. I liked kind of destroying my look because I didn't think that being pretty was a good thing. There was so much jealousy that I dealt with even before I started playing piano. So anyway, it was a rough life. Even as a kid, it's really funny. Even as a kid, I've experienced human nature. And I knew from a very early age that jealousy is a very ugly thing. Because I received a lot of it. Anyway, yeah. I mean, then, I said I want to be a pianist, right? and then the floodgates opened, right? I mean, like you're completely under the spotlight, right? And everybody thought, most people gravitate towards the spotlight to gain attention and validation, and they want to be a celebrity of some kind. They want to be somebody, right? But like naturally, I was very against that. Like I wanted braces and glasses, and then I didn't like being pretty. But woe to me, like I dressed very badly, but I was still very pretty. And my haircuts were very funky, and I did something. I looked very weird. My style was very weird, very not trendy, and I still looked very pretty. So I felt like it was a curse. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't fun. And then, but despite that, I wanted to be a pianist because of the music, because I really loved music so much. I loved the piano so much. I was actually pretty good at violin too. I took lessons from LA Phil violinist. I think she might have been assistant concertmaster. I'm not sure. She wasn't the concertmaster, but she was like some second. She was like she sat close to the conductor. I remember. She was the top student of the Schoenfeld. Anyway, so yeah, and she said I showed every promise of becoming the next, big violinist. She said I have slender fingers, like slender long fingers. And my hearing is really good. And yeah, she said I just had the talent for violin. And I did, But I really like the piano. So anyway, but yeah, even as soon as I was born, I was a victim of a lot of jealousy. So when I became a pianist at a relatively later age, I was used to the jealousy and the negative attention and the competitiveness. I was pretty used to the ugliness of all of that already, even before I played the piano. So, anyway. Oh, thank you. So I see the answer is likely 98 attribute of DNA and 2% others. Thanks for the details. Yeah, well, thanks for listening. I just wanted to be honest because, yeah, well, yeah, well, thank you. I'm gonna practice. Thank you.
Pianist, hi! Hi! Thank you!
Hi from Berlin. Always a pleasure to listen to your playing, Professor Quickfinger. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hi, like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you.
Yay! Janice! Welcome back! Janice. Green tea, everybody. It's green tea. Okay. I'm okay with rock too. I have to practice certain pieces like regularly. Let me see. How bad is the glissando here? How bad is the glissando here? Here. I don't like this. I guess that's the only downside. No, there's no way to get around. No, I can't do it. I don't like hurting my fingers. It's such a nice piece. It's such a nice piece. Keep the pedal down. How do I do this? I don't like the feeling. The pedal's still down. Okay, well.
So beautiful. I know, right? It's very beautiful. This is beautiful. I know, right? It's such a beautiful piece. I did perform this, so I don't know what I did then, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hydration. Ito and hydration. Yes, yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off. Let's see. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, another epic stream. To be honest, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, yeah. Well, I had fun. I think I'm getting warmed up, but I'm gonna have to go. So, thank you so much. And like, subscribe to our membership. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is request day. So make sure you have your notifications turned on, and you're able to come as quickly as you can. It's pretty much first come, first serve. You have to wait your turn. Because you remember, it takes time for music to unfold. So, you know, it doesn't just happen immediately as soon as you like, blah, say the song name or whatever. Yeah, so just be patient during request days. Thank you. And we're all having fun here, so thank you. Oh, thank you for playing today. I always enjoy it. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Midge. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Take care, sweet dreams. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Like, subscribe to our membership, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Well, bye. Thank you. Hug. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Sanchez is not here. Sanchez, are you here? I'm ending the live stream. Okay. I checked if you were here, and you're not here. I have to go. I have to go eat yummies. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Hug. No Sanchez. Okay. All right. Well, bye everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye.